Aloha! Welcome to Chappie's Tiki Bar. We got a great episode today. For what are we doing, Mookie? I don't know. You don't know. Aloha! Welcome to Chappie's Tiki Bar. This is installment number 13 of my Tiki Kon 2022 adventure. I'm going to a lecture today. I'm going to see Tiki Lindy, and she's going to share some of her secret tiki drink recipes that don't involve rum. So check it out.
Oh, you don't want to win something new? This is what is being raffled.
How's it going?
A raffle ticket for you?
Thank you.
Got it.
Have a good day.
The air conditioning is on this morning. The bar is already open this morning. Give Adrienne very big tips. She handled us all day yesterday. And she said that we're really nice even when we drink a lot. So we're professionals. You are in for such a treat today. Yesterday it was all of the men, and today it is all of the ladies at the Symposium. And we're starting with one of the best. Tiki Lindy fell in love with all things tiki when she moved to California, a passion which led her to culminating her tropical and tiki-inspired recipes into a groundbreaking book just published earlier this year, which will be for sale after the talk. And also, we will raffle those off with the tickets you have. It is called Tiki Lindy's Field Guide to Pupus, Tidbits, and Exotic Provisions, and it's a unique collection of island cuisine recipes told through a fun backstory of a group of 19th century explorers. In addition to her well-received book, Tiki Lindy's cocktails have received acclaim in bartending competitions and featured at special events nationwide. She takes a fun and modern approach to the whimsy and escapism of tiki and craft cocktails and is excited to share her techniques this year at Tiki Kon. Take it away, Tiki Lindy.
All right, can you guys hear me back? Yep. All right, well, aloha, everybody. Aloha. Glad to be back for a second time in a row. There was that 2-year whole virus, hiatus thing, but I was here the last time at Tiki Kon presenting on garnishing techniques. I'm delighted today to talk to you about one of actually my favorite subjects, and that's everything else that goes into a tiki drink aside from rum. Most of the time when we have presentations, it's very rum focused. But hopefully today I'll enlighten you on the history of the non-rum side of tiki-era, tiki-inspired drinks. How many of you guys were at Tiki Oasis in Arizona this year? Anybody? A couple folks? Okay, well then did you come to my symposium? How many of you were at my symposium there? A few? Okay, well my entrance wasn't quite as dramatic. So for those of you who weren't there, I had someone who was a dance instructor stage in the audience, and they essentially spontaneously they danced me up to the stage. It was a lot of fun. But anyway, didn't quite have the setup for that here. No, just kidding. It's good to see you guys. You guys are a great bunch of looking folks today. I'm seeing all kinds of great caftans and flowers. So that's my favorite thing about the escapism of this culture, is you really get a chance to pour it on. So hopefully today I'm going to pour it on with some knowledge for you. And this is actually one of my less geekier presentations, believe it or not. I've had presentations with all kinds of diagrams and charts, and we got a few Venn diagrams, I think, today. But my point is to make it fun and enlightening. So as they mentioned, I've been bartending since 2000, so I guess 23 or 22 years now. So I've been doing it for a while, not necessarily full-time. I've had the luxury of transitioning to being behind a bar to being behind any bar that I'm invited to. So I really enjoy doing menu consultations, private events, representing brands for like rum brands or spirit brands for events like this. So let's start with the history of spirits. So when we talk about, I call this a Creole Cooler, because it's very hurricane-like. So I tend to do what are called riffs. So I'll take like the base formula for a well-known drink, and I'll play with it. I'll play with the ingredients, and then I try to keep the names kind of an homage to like whatever drink I based it on. So in this case, the hibiscus that's in this and the orange are very reminiscent of a hurricane, a proper hurricane. So this has 1 3/4 ounce of cognac, a 1/4 ounce curacao, the dry curacao, 3/4 ounce of passion fruit syrup. Now, if you only had passion fruit juice, you would just need to up the sugar content. So you would just need to play with it and add a little simple syrup to get it to the right spot, or you could make syrup out of your passion fruit juice. 2 ounces of hibiscus tea. Now, hibiscus tea is just the dried flowers of hibiscus soaked in water. It's not like green tea that has hibiscus in it. So what tea is just means it's the dried leaves. It's called jamaica. You can find it in Mexican markets, the dried leaves. So yeah, just ask for like, where's the donde es la jamaica? Oh, there. 1/2 ounce of lime juice, 1/4 ounce of allspice dram, and a dash of vanilla extract, like your basic kitchen vanilla extract. Another one of those things, like if you're trying to really expand your horizon on your cocktail mixology, look at your pantry. Seriously. There's ingredients in there that you probably would have never thought to turn into a syrup or to add a little dash of into. That will blow your mind. So this is just straight up vanilla extract. Now, like, let's say, for example, and remember, you can play with ratios or the ingredients. Let's say you had passion fruit juice and not syrup. You didn't have vanilla extract, but you had vanilla syrup. Well, duh, right? Use the passion fruit juice, use vanilla syrup. Now you're keeping the sugar and you're keeping the patch. So see what I mean? Like, if you think about it, you can do a lot of modifications with recipes based on what you already have. I did put there the instructions for how to make the hibiscus tea. So it's basically a recipe of 1 densely packed tablespoon of the dried hibiscus flower. I've been saying leaves, haven't I? Flowers. The flower petals, not the leaves of the hibiscus plant, the flower petals, to 1 cup of boiling water. Then you allow it to steep for 15 minutes. You don't want to overboil it. You'll lose all those volatiles. So you're just getting it up hot enough to really like let that dried flowers rehydrate. And then you strain it out. And then you want to lightly simmer that until you get about half the volume. And if you want to make hibiscus syrup, you would add like a cup of sugar into it for that 1-to-1 ratio. Okay. All right. This is a play on 3 dots and a dash. This is dot dash dash, which, does anyone know what letter that is? I think it's W. It's the next one, right? Isn't V 3 dots and a dash, and W is the next one, dot dash dash? Anyway, just me being a goofball with naming things. So it's got 2 ounces of passion fruit juice, 1/2 ounce of John Taylor Falernum, 1/2 ounce of coconut cream, 1/2 ounce of coconut liqueur, 1/2 ounce of orange curacao, 1/2 ounce of banana liqueur, and 1/4 ounce of maraschino liqueur. And you'd be like, oh gosh, that's a lot of fruit. But you'd be surprised. It all kind of blends. It all kind of turns into a amazing thing that you can't really identify the specific like banana in it. Now notice, no base spirits. Because you can make a cocktail with no base spirits. And this still hits, because of the coconut liqueur and the curacao and the banana liqueur, still hit a pretty high ABV here with this one. No base spirits. So I created this one just to illustrate the point. You don't actually need a base spirit to make a good cocktail. So with this one, it is a blended drink, because you got a lot of strong flavors. If you're going to make a blended drink, you need a lot of strong flavors to handle that much dilution. Just think about it. How many like total ounces is this? It's like 2, 3, 4, 4.5. If you're blending it with 6 ounces of ice, you have more ice than you do ingredients. If the ingredients aren't strong, you lose it, right? Most of the time when people make crappy pina coladas, it's because the flavor got diluted with how much ice they blended into it. So you really have to start with higher proof spirits, higher concentrated ingredients, so the flavor can overpower the ice. So this is a blended drink. And then, of course, I garnished it with 2 or 3 dark cherries there between an orange peel quarter. So it's kind of like 3 dots and a dash, but more on the tropical coconut side. Less of the dewy 3 dots and a dash.
How's it going?
Good.
Thanks for watching another episode of Chappie's Tiki Bar. I'm Chappie and this is Mookie. Make sure you hit that notification bell. We have a new episode every Friday. What's that, Mookie? Mookie says life is hard. That's just the way it goes, but sometimes it goes the other way. See you next time on Chappie's Tiki Bar.